Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and it's about 3:30 a.m. Yeah, we're about 10 hours in on the pork shoulders, and need a little more smoke. Now, everybody's got their own little way of doing things. You know, a lot of people will tell me that, well, you really only need to worry about the smoke for about the first 4 or 5 hours. And that may be true. But I still like to see that smoke coming out. I use propane smoker for my pulled pork, and I like it because it keeps that temperature. Whatever you set that sucker at, it keeps it at. So if I put it at 225, I don't care if the temperature drops down to 0 outside. It will keep that temperature constant. The thing you got to do, though, is you got to add wood to it every few hours or so, because it doesn't have a big wood burner and all that, and that's where I use my electric wood burner. I'm sorry, I'm a little sleepy. I've only had about 3 hours sleep so far. Hold on, let me put a little more apple cider in the bars too. Right now, let's check the temperature on this thing. We're up to 156 degrees on each of them, so it's low and it's low. So I'm up, of course, doing my thing. The rainstorm that's supposed to be in New England should be settled right on over New England right now. And again, I'm in Northern Virginia, I guess about 400 miles away from New England. About 350 miles, 400 miles away from New England. And they're saying now 1 to 2 inches of rain, winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. But see, I think, now they're saying the rain's going to stop there around 10 o'clock tonight. But here's the thing, I think it's not going to be as bad as they're calling for. I could be wrong. I'm not a weather forecaster, but I don't think it's going to be as wrong, and I think it's going to end up slowing down or stopping, because I'm sitting here looking at this right now. Look, right now. This is the same storm, and it's rained, but it hasn't been as bad as they've been talking about. In fact, right now, it's hardly raining here, and this is the same storm. It's a nor'easter. But I'm hoping that there's another storm brewing. I think about New England and New England losing to the NFC East 3 times in the Super Bowl. Twice to the Giants and once to the Eagles. And one of the things that happened is pressure on Tom Brady. Tom Brady does not like to get pressure in his face. And Tom Brady typically will go down if he does get a lot of pressure. Now, the one thing you can say about the Dallas Cowboys defense, especially now that they got Michael Bennett, is they can put pressure. DeMarcus Lawrence hasn't had as many sacks as you would like him to have, but he's getting a lot of pressures. He's getting close, and he's keeping pressure on. Robert Quinn, you can look at and say, man, he was the best offseason signing. I mean, for a guy who's only played in 8 games, that 8.5 sacks, his speed and the way he is able to dip and continue to move around the outside is just phenomenal. And that's the guy that you got to look at and say, we need to try and resign. But even if you don't, here's the great thing about Robert Quinn. Either you resign him and you say, you know, hey, we're going to be able to keep him for a couple of years and hopefully he continues to produce. But if he doesn't, if he goes someplace else and signs a big payday, you're going to get a compensatory pick. So either way, it's a win-win for the Dallas Cowboys. One of the great moves you'll look at happening. Another one that you look at is right now is Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett, I still believe, can be the guy that can change this game. I'm hoping that in his mind that he feels slighted by New England and is going for that revenge factor. You know, I'm going to use this analogy right here. Ladies, you know how when you've broken up with another guy and you want to get back at him, you know, and you find out you're going to be at the same event as he is. You know what you do. You know what you all do. You want to make sure that he thinks about what he had, about what he let go. So going into that event, you know, you go out shopping, you go out there and you find that dress. You find that killer dress, you know, that accentuates all those curves. A little tighter than maybe what you normally wear, you know what I'm saying? That kind of accentuates all of the wonderfulness of being a woman, you know what I mean? Maybe it's cut a little bit lower than usual, you know. Maybe it's a little bit shorter, you know, shows the legs and everything. Maybe there's a slit up the side, you know, but it's good. You make sure you get your hair done, you know, just right. Maybe you got that hair up, kind of up there a little bit, you know, tied up real nice. You spend that extra time on that makeup, and you know, when you use that lipstick, that red lipstick, that maybe you kind of make the lips look a little more pouty. You know what I'm talking about. Ladies, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I know you do. You're some beautiful women now. And so, you got yourself up done real nice. You know, you got that sweet, sweet smelling perfume on. And when you're there at that party, knowing that you are red hot, that you are just like, bam, that 10. And you see that guy. That guy that was dumb enough to let that fire get away. That guy that thought he moved on. As you walk past him, you know, you give that little extra shimmy as you go on by him. And you know, they give you the look. And that's when you say, hey, how you doing? As you shimmy on by. And you know, as you do, that look, as he looks and watches you, every step, eyes just mesmerized on exactly every step you take. You know, and you're there with your new man, you know, and you got your little teeny purse. You know, you walk up to your new man and stuff, you know, put your arms up on there and give him that kiss. You know, maybe that as you stretch up to kiss him there, you know, the calf just gets that little flexion there. Maybe you raise up one foot just a little bit there, you know, just kind of tightening up the booty just a little bit there. You know, he's looking and just thinking, oh my God, I wonder what she's got on underneath there. What did I do? How did I leave that? That's what I'm hoping that Michael Bennett does to New England. As we look at what Michael Bennett has been to this team thus far, Michael Bennett, you know, he only played 136 snaps for New England. He was only there, you know, half a season, really. He had 2.5 sacks, 5 tackles in very limited fashion. Now, I sat there at Jiffy Lube, and I started calculating if the Cowboys used him for like 30 snaps a game, I said he could get potentially about 6 sacks. Well, he's been in 3 games so far, and he's got 3 sacks. So right now, my projections are looking pretty good, maybe even a little bit short of what they had. But his speed is there. His moves are there. And if he's got that revenge factor of wanting to do something and gets himself a sack or 2 against Tom Brady, that could be the difference in the game. Tom Brady is not a mobile quarterback. Tom Brady does not have the receivers or the running game. And this may be where the Dallas Cowboys are able to pin their ears back and go for him. It's funny because I probably give more credit to the Dallas Cowboys front office than most people do. I personally think that the Dallas Cowboys have actually done an incredible job when it comes to personnel. It's not a matter about having people who can play. The Cowboys get more players than anybody else. The problem is getting them in positions to win. That goes on the coaching. That doesn't go in the front office. But when you look at getting a guy like Robert Quinn, you look at getting a guy like Michael Bennett, in comparison to, let's say, Giovanni and Clowney, who went to Seattle. Clowney has 3 sacks on the season. Now, he does have an interception and 2 forced fumbles. But when you think that Seattle gave up a 3rd-round draft pick and 2 players to get Clowney, and the Cowboys gave up two 6th-round picks for Michael Bennett and Robert Quinn, you have to give the Cowboys credit that they've made some incredible moves. Get some more of my cowboy charcoal here. Because I'm going to go back to bed and try and get about 3 hours of sleep. Because we got to watch the Eagles and troll Philly 500. But you have to give the Cowboys credit on getting talent on the cheap. I'm so excited and so hyped for this game. In fact, I probably won't go back to sleep. I'll probably be laying there on the bed and just kind of looking. But before I go, because this video's getting kind of long, I want you guys to take a look at what we got here. Smoked, look, hold on. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. We rolling like that today. Hope you guys are tucked in your bed, all nice and snuggled and ready for a game, because I know I am. Cowboys today. Let's hope they're on fire. All right, we got the smoke really going. I'll see you guys.